let's get started on our craft. We're gonna make a kite today. And this is a sample of one that we've made. And in order to start the little template, you can use a piece of white paper or white cardstock. This is cardstock, but this is actually just a thin piece of regular paper like you would have for your computer paper. So this is, we can measure, this is 2 inches at the top, and it's by 5 inches. So kind of in the middle of your paper. You can get a permanent marker or a pencil. I like to use permanent marker. Just going to measure that over the 3 inches and then the 5 inches. And then you can just do like a reverse of that. Again, like the 3 inches and then the 5. And it doesn't actually have to be super exact. That's it. That kind of gives a general idea. You could hand draw it too. And then we need your scissors to cut it out for your template. So this is, like I said, a little bit thicker cardstock paper. And from there, this is going to be our sample. We've got yellow and green paper to make a yellow and a green kite today. And so we'll just trace that out on the yellow paper. And then also on the green paper. We'll make 2 kites today, 2 different colors. You can choose whatever colors that you want. And the other things that you're going to need is you're going to need some tape. This is all masking tape. You can get this at a craft store or one of the big box stores, even the hardware store. One of the big box hardware stores have these supplies. I put some kid scissors out as one of our supplies too, because this is the size that you would have for children if they're going to be doing the cutting. And then this is just some colored yarn that I actually had, and then some different ribbon. So then we'll cut out our kite, and we'll do our yellow one and a green one just for the fun of doing 2 different colors. You can choose 1 color if you want, or 2. And get that cut out. I think this is actually 2 pieces of paper here. I think I might have just cut out 2. So we got 3 that we can work with then. And so what we're going to do, we're just going to kind of imitate this, and this is going to be where we're going to take a piece of the yarn. And I like to just sort of hand measure it, but you could use a ruler and you could pre-measure if you're doing like a whole classroom of preschool students or a big group at your house, of children, then you might want to cut it out ahead of time. So we're going to do a string for one side of the kite, and then we're going to pick a ribbon for the other. So let's get, since we're doing we'll do 3 strings for, now we're making 3 kites it looks like. So, and then we'll pick 3 different ribbons. So the ribbon is more the tail. And let's do this kind of a seafoam green for that one, and then maybe we'll do, this is kind of fun. So you can go to your fabric store for the ribbon, or a lot of times the big box stores will have their own little, this one's kind of fun. This one, we don't need to cut it just came off. So some of the big box stores, they have a little sewing section, like at a Walmart or Target has a selection of some ribbon. A hardware store will often even have a section with some of these supplies. Then what we're going to do is, instead of using glue, we're just going to use tape. So we got the yellow and the green as kind of our theme. You can just get a piece of the tape. For the string, we'll go at the top part here. Then you're just going to tape it on. And then the bottom part, let's see, what color should we use? We'll do the white for the bottom. We're just going to tape that on with a piece of the masking tape here. And I just, it was fun. There's all kinds of colors now that they have at the store. And you can just you can tear that, or you could cut it with some scissors if you want. Here I cut it with scissors, a little bit of a clean look. So there's one of the crafts. And then it can be a toy. The child can play with that outside. They can run around in the grass. It can be hung up, and you can write your name on it. So there's that one, and then maybe we'll just maybe we'll cut this one. The idea that I had behind this craft was I was doing a story time at a bookstore, and they had carpet, and I wanted to make sure that it wasn't a lot of sort of glue or paint type of project. So this is kind of a clean project. You could, use, maybe glue, but I chose it to just be tape and scissors because it was in a setting where I didn't think it was going to work out to have things that were messier, like paste and glue and things like that. So there's that side, and then maybe we'll do this kind of fun little green ribbon here. And so there's that one, and you can put the child's name on there. Kylie, you can put their name, and then they can just play with that outside. They can hang it in their bedroom if they want, hang it in the kitchen, or and let's see. Here's another. This could be for a child named Aaron, a little boy named Aaron. Here's that. And so we just got our one more that we have here. Let's use the green just for a different color, and maybe it is a little bit of a cleaner look to cut it instead of just tearing it. If you want to make it look good, just do the thinner sort of string at the top, or yarn or string is fine. And some of these materials you may already just have at your house or at your preschool, and then you just you already have the things on hand. But they do have a lot of different colors nowadays. Actually, we'll use a piece of this too. We haven't used this color. This has a little bit of a white and green pattern. They have a lot of different choices now instead of just that yellow traditional sort of masking tape that they used to have. So we'll put this one here, and then there's our last kite. So thank you very much, friends, for joining me today for our child craft project. And this can go with my book, The Windy Day, or you could just make it just because it's fun to make one. You might be doing a project about the weather and the wind. It's kind of a good springtime project. And so thank you for joining me. Goodbye, friends.